create a climate that will foster economic growth for our province. As legislators, we have a role and a responsibility to make government as effective and efficient as possible for all Nova Scotians. And, Madam Speaker, that includes streamlining and removing regulatory barriers and burdens from our books. This is simply good government. Madam Speaker, I'll now take my place and look forward to hearing from my colleagues.
The honourable member for Kings North.
Madam Speaker, this bill, the first inaugural bill of this new department, the Department of Business, is meant to remove obstacles to private business growth, and that is a laudable goal. But part of its mandate is to deal with regulations that somehow impede such growth. So it was some interest that we received the first official act with the Minister of this new department, and this impact of this act would appear to be mostly symbolic, Madam Speaker. I mean, we may get a chuckle about the repeal of the Inebriates Guardianship Act. Presumably that isn't one of the ones regulations make unnecessary, or the Narcotics Drug Act. I also assume that the winter we just had, we are keeping that the legal requirement to keep able-bodied men ready to shovel the highway, that isn't one that we're getting rid of, so presumably we may still need that one. But seriously, Madam Speaker, repealing legislation that is outdated or obsolete or inappropriate is just common sense and really just housekeeping. I would like to suggest if we were serious about housekeeping, about really doing that, we would be doing something to cut red tape in a more substantive way. And I don't know if this bill is really doing that. I don't think that the warble fly is really a significant problem anymore. I know that one of the bills was to deal with that and that sort of thing. So a lot of this stuff is, and likely there are more things in the government books like this, and it's housekeeping, but it really isn't going forward. And it was only a few days ago that we were talking about governance in this House, and a member from the opposite side suggested that we should be talking about things that push the economy forward. And this bill, not to say that all of these things, cleaning up things is not important, but really doesn't push the agenda of this department forward in any significant way. And I noticed in your website that the department would focus on 3 areas: business strategy and planning, and this bill does not focus on any of that. Strategic projects and investments, and again, this bill does not deal with any of those issues. And finally, operational leadership, coordination, and alignment, and again, the bill does not deal with any of those things. So I would like to suggest to the Minister of Business, though in fact housekeeping is important, and I think we all need to do that, we had hoped that the first bill of this new department would deal with more substantive issues that would somehow push business in this province forward. And I think of things like the mining industry and we talked about the fuel tax rebate, which was something that was indicated in the past might be done, things like that. So there are things that we can do for our industries, and such as, I mean, there's been much talked about the film tax credit, things like that, things that can push forward our business in this province. But here we are, we're tidying up things, and while we do appreciate that is sometimes necessary, as I said, for the inaugural bill of a new department, we're a little bit disappointed and hope that the mandate of the department might be more clearly brought forward in whatever legislation comes forward in the future.
If I am to recognize the honourable minister, it would be to close debate on Bill number 84.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to close debate on Bill 84.
All right. The motion is for second reading on Bill number 84, the Statute Law Repeal 2015 Act. Would all those in favour of the motion please say aye? Aye. Contrary-minded, nay. The motion is carried.
Bill number 84, entitled An Act to Repeal Various Statutes.
Okay. Order that this bill be referred to the Committee on Law Amendments. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Madam Speaker, that concludes our business for today. We shall meet again tomorrow from the hours of 1 p.m. until 10 p.m. Following the daily routine, we will return to committee of the whole on estimates for 4 hours, and following that, we will go into committee of the whole on bills number 76, Halifax Regional Municipality Charter, and bill number 80, the House of Assembly Act. Madam Speaker, with that, I move the House to now rise to meet again from the hours of 1 to 10 p.m. tomorrow.
The motion is that the House rise to meet again on April 14th between the hours of 1 and 10 p.m. Would those in favor of the motion please say aye. Aye. Contrary-minded, nay. The motion is carried. We stand adjourned until tomorrow at 1 p.m. Thank you.